Well, today we are going to cover all of this, and this corner right here and this section right here are all up in there because the lift is going to be here soon, and this is the hole that the lift is going in. So we need to get that wall done before it gets here, because if it is, we'll never get in there to be able to put the stuff up on the walls. So I built me a man basket, and you know, it's purple paint. You go to Home Depot and there'll be a big pile in the back, all painted purple, because it's twisted or it's cracked or somebody sawed it and it was leftovers. Well, I built this whole thing for less than 20 bucks with the twisted wood. Now, like the bottom runners, they were a little bit wonky, but everything in this was about 20 bucks. As opposed to $275 plus tax for scaffold. And we're going to use Kenny's tractor with the forklifts attachment, and we're going to get up in the air. We're going to get all this done. Yep, trying to fall on me. Shit, this is gonna be janky as hell. This is sketch. What we could do is come in, instead of it sitting in the corner like this, we could bring it and just butt it up against the wall.
That's what I was thinking originally.
Yeah. Earl.
Perfect.
I need help holding that into the line.
Don't move.
I'm gonna move. Hold that.
Cool. Now you gotta cut one of these.
Yep. And we got to do another. That's easy. Oh. Done.
You want the backing on it though.
Yeah. See, basically, just use one as a table.
That's what I was thinking.
There's a razor blade. Yes, there is. There absolutely is. Would you like to be part of something special? Uncle West Garage now has memberships, and that's a open opportunity to be behind the scenes, to get information nobody else gets to see things, possibly get to see things before anybody else sees them, things like that. If you would like that opportunity, there's a link down below for the memberships for Uncle West Garage. Please sign up. Okay, so we got the majority of it done, and let me explain how you have to do this. See, these are not framed on 16-inch centers. They're framed, as you can see up here where the metal is, that's short. So what you have to do is, you saw me drilling the pilot holes, see, with the long strips, the 2x2 strips right here in the pilot holes for self-tappers into the metal frame. All right, so that's, and then you cut the piece that goes right in here, right? And then you screw into the wood, all right, to fill in your holes. And that's what we had to do for most of this. Like this one had to have a 2x2 strip all the way across it, because it was from the corner to there is 4 foot, 16-inch on center. But you can see where the frame comes out. There's nothing to attach it, so you have to put something in place to attach it, and that's what these little 2x2 strips are for. Now I buy the 8-footers, you know, that fit real good in the holes, and then I buy, you saw me cut up and pre-drill pilot holes so that you can use self-tappers to have something to screw it onto. All right, so basically you have, and I'm getting real good at going to Home Depot and finding the blemish stuff, but basically all this, all along here, there's 2x4s, you can see them right here. This isn't, this right here in between is not a 2x2, it's a 2x4, which is actually, you know, 1.5 by 3.5. But then you use the clips to mount them, so you can do a combination of self-tappers into the frame itself, and then wood screws into the 2x4. Then I mark them 4 foot, so I know, because this is like, you got one beam to nothing to 4 foot, right? So what we're going to have to do here to make it right, we're going to have to run a 4-footer up here and then one across to make the square to have something to screw to. And then wherever it's, like around the window frame and stuff, that's wherever you use the self-tappers. And then same thing right here, extra 2x4, and I'll have to run a, let me see, the board will go up to about there. So I'll have to cut a 4x4 here, frame it in, come across, and then cut this out like I did over here for this window. And it's just a matter of taking measurements and cutting it out. And then you take the self-tappers and you go across and around and around. And see, that's basically the whole premise of this. And I got smart. See, I had this work table that with the tires on it, and I'm just gonna strap that. We're gonna do all across here, because in 2 days, Baby Lamb's gotta move because the lift is coming in this hole right here. So, shit looks good sitting there, doesn't it? So this is basically where we're going at. Now, what I'm gonna do about the ceilings is we're gonna use, where this stuff is 1/2 inch in between, we're gonna use 1 inch with the reflective tape flipped over, and we're gonna slide them in between the runners of the RTEC, which is, because of the purlins, there's a nice little ledge right in there for that just to slide into place. We'll have to cut them and piece them up, you know, and glue them and tape them, stuff like that, but it'll work real well. And then we're gonna have to run the electric. The box is going right there. That's the electrical box right there. It's going up against that piece. I need to put that last a piece across here for that, and then we're going to run the wiring up and over for the lights and for the fans. But that's the plan. It's just a matter of working it a little bit in. And so what I did over here, this is going to be the office corner. What I did right here is I started framing in, I'll show it to you, in between 16-inch centers. See? Boom, 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 boom. And I'll do that all the way around here. We're gonna go from this and come out and go 12 foot. Yeah, I already got stuff in here. And then by 10 foot. So it's gonna be a 10 foot by 12 foot with the storage on the front. And I think I'm going to use one of them pull down attic stairs to get up in there. And then once we get time, I'll probably go ahead and finish out the mezzanine over there and probably pull, well, I might actually do the pull down. If I do it up there, I might have to do this ladder till I get this done. But I've got to frame it. I marked it. I've got to take this piece off and cut it right here, because this is where, this is 12 foot. So this is where the office is gonna go. And just keep working. Just keep working. As you can tell, we still have the beagles. So it's, well, right now I'm tapped out, but it's buy a little, do a little, buy a little, do a little, buy a little, do a little. But I need to get this done. I've got to cut one more strip in this corner, which actually I could probably do that. But that's the process. You just work it in, work it in, work it in. You just keep working it. So. So if you want to see my best little video ever made, right here. If you want to see the one that they say is best for you, is right there. Y'all be good.